The views expressed on this podcast are that of the host and may not coincide with your own. Don't let that deter you from listening with an open mind. The UAP report will be printed in mass quantities is to avoid another pandemic shittigate. Lastly, the shit talk is explicit and your virgin mind is about to get probed. Let's get the show started, fuckers.
This is the Tempest Universe.
Welcome to the Tempest Universe. I am your host, Manny. And hey, I am glad to be here with you. And my mic's a little hot, meaning it's reading off the charts here for some reason. I don't know. It's a lot of weird things have been happening with my PC. Number one, like none of the what they call that shit, the Bluetooth, none of it actually freaking works. So today, all of a sudden, Microsoft says I can't use Microsoft anymore. What the hell? What is going on? I feel like I'm in some kind of a vortex. It's so bad that I can't really type into like the live chat right now while I'm doing the podcast because, sadly enough, my keyboard is freaking wireless. So without the Bluetooth, shit doesn't work. So I can say right now, what's up to Green Man and Dave from Down Under. Gamevid's there too. So that's what I'm saying. What the hell is going on? C-O-Conspiracy. That's all I can say. Like somebody wants me to buy some new shit. That's what I feel is really going on. This is the way they control you in a capitalist society. They break your shit while you own it, and then they make you buy more shit. By the way, if you don't know already, today is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. It's also Rum Day on the podcast. So if you are at work, hopefully you took your trusty little, bottle or travel size bottle of rum. You can run out to the car somewhere in the trunk and chug it and get ready to listen to the podcast on the company shitter. Or you can do it at your desk, whatever makes you feel happy. But today is Rum Day, so hopefully you got some good rum. I got some good rum. Got some Caribbean rum. And it's working just right. Breaking news, by the way. The U.S. health officials have recommended all Americans get COVID-19 #Wuhan flu booster shots to shore up their protection amid the surging Delta variant. This is so fucked up. I mean, can they send me some breaking news that says that we dropped the Moab on Wuhan just because they gave us their damn flu? That's what I want to see. Yeah, so this Delta shit is crazy. It's bananas. It's like it's an alien fucking flu. I don't know. Where did they get this thing from? For fuck's sake, they're out of control. How long have we been dealing with this Wuhan flu, and we just can't get rid of this thing? It's like a good set of luggage, man. You keep that shit forever, and you give it to your next of kin. That's what's going to happen. We're just going to be passing this Wuhan flu around until the entire fucking population is done. And you know what? The funny thing is, I was thinking is, this is the way they're going to handle the zombie apocalypse, just like this. Fucked up, no resolution, nowhere to go, you're screwed. If we had a zombie apocalypse right now, we'd all be fucked. We'd be dead, just like in the movies. It'd be done. Completely done. That's just the way it is. That's the world we live in. Freaking 2021 going to 22. And golly. I mean, we really are screwed. Anyway, that's your update for today. As far as the Wuhan flu. Congratulations, America. You need to get a booster shot. And, and eventually, hopefully, they make that available to the rest of the world. The funny thing is, and I know I'm going on a tangent, this is not UFO shit, but it is alien. The funny thing is that, one of these days, I got to get the video started while I'm doing the podcast, because I'm actually doing like Trump hand waving here. It's huge. Yeah. Anyway, the funny thing is that I actually lost my train of thought there just for a second because I went into Trump world. The funny thing is that when you see a lot of statistics, especially here in San Antonio, Texas, where I'm at, you'll see on Twitter all the time they're saying, 89% of people that are in the hospital with the new Wuhan flu, Delta, never even got vaccinated. Okay? On the other side, you see news reports that the people that are dying, a lot of them are the ones that got vaccinated. What the fuck is going on? This is the craziest thing ever. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. That's my life history. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, we got a lot of stories to talk about. We got, I don't even know, do we even have a fucking UFO report in this bitch? I don't even know. People are so busy trying to figure out UFOs, they're not even reporting the damn sightings. Bugs just farted. I wonder if you even heard that. That was pretty loud. I think that's what's happening now. We're so worried about trying to figure it out, we can't even report it anymore. I'm sure, last time we had that report from Canada, but that's it. Nothing else. But we got some SpaceX Blue Origin nonsense going on, and it is what it is. But it's interesting because there's a lot of behind the scenes lawsuits going on between the two companies I wasn't even aware about, to be honest. So it's just bananas. I want to acknowledge the top countries for the podcast, and one of them just knocked out Canada and Australia. Egypt. Egypt actually came in this week at number 2. Holy shit. That's completely unexpected. So we got United States, Egypt, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, India, New Zealand, Sweden, Ireland, Netherlands, Denmark, Guatemala. Gotta go there sometime. Italy, Portugal, Philippines, Norway, Antarctica again. I would love to send some merch to Antarctica. How long would that take? Because, I know like sending stuff to like Australia, that takes you like about 4 fucking months. Let's see, where am I at? Antarctica, Laos, Hungary, Ecuador, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, and Vietnam. Gotta love that. I gotta love that. But, listening is not enough, folks. You got to share the podcast as much as you can and talk to your neighbor. Like if you're in Laos and you'll buy a palm tree or some coconuts, grab a coconut, give it to your neighbor, and tell him, Manny gave this to you. Now listen to the damn podcast. That's all you got to do. Share. Share is everything. If you can share it, we can make it happen. And the more you share, the more I'm able to possibly get out there and do some real investigations, instead of reading news articles and stuff like that, talking shit about people. And as you guys know, as we run the podcast, I like to play some music because otherwise you guys will be bored as fuck. And because today is Rum Day, we're going to start off with Mama Zula because she's just awesome.
Trust me, we got the power to change the world. Need you to trust me. You will get no less than you deserve.
Yes, and for you guys who are recently new to the podcast, it is a rude-ass podcast. I can be rude sometimes, but it's not because I'm downplaying whatever the topic is. It's because that's the way I feel about it. This is what gave birth to the podcast. It was feelings of anger with ufology, anger at Nick Pope, anger at Stephen Greer. It was the anger of these guys, which I call the ufology gods, false gods, that gave birth, just popped out of the ufology uterus, came out the podcast. And, you know, that's the way it is. So, yeah, I sound a little angry. I curse a lot, but that's the way it is. You know you curse too. Stop fucking around. Just because you say it in your head doesn't mean you're not cursing. You're just a little bit more polite about it. That's all. Oh, geez. Had to clear my throat for a second there. I came across this article, right? It says emerging tech key to unraveling UFO UAP mysteries, officials say. Well, who the fuck are the officials? Now, they might be talking about to folks who deal with the nonsense that we saw in the UAP report. That may be possible. Maybe they're talking about those are the real actors here. Like, you know, they want to say, you know, are the actors, such as referring to, Russia and China and folks like that, right? But the real actors are the people that put together that stupid ass report that was 9 fucking pages. Those are the real actors, right? I don't hear Marco Rubio anymore. He's another actor. Like, he was all gung-ho. You need to tell us what the hell is in the sky. Where are you, Marco? You got a shitty little report. Are you satisfied now, bruh? Is that what's happening with you? Now you're good? No, you're not. You shouldn't be. And actually, I think that's one of the fears that Harry Reid has, right? That all of a sudden, these dinglings who are currently in office, these representatives in the Unintelligent Committee, that now that they got this little shitty-ass report, now they're going to be like, look, we're good. We're satisfied. That shouldn't be the way. It shouldn't. Apparently, former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, you know him as Lou, or Lou Elizondo. He apparently was at this NextGov Technology Summit back on August the 17th, which was yesterday, no less. And, you know, he's all excited about it. He said, hey, we got the proof. We got the proof that's in the pudding, man. You know, he went into like he's from South Florida or some shit like that. Pushing drugs. But he's pushing alien technology. And so he went in like Tony Montana, basically. Yo, man, we got the mutts. We got the mutts, man. But he went there talking about how, you know, witness testimony from trained observers. And we got data all over the censorships. He's basically touting the videos that he got, the eyewitness reports and things like that, which all in all, fantastic, right? But we're nowhere. We're fucking nowhere. Here's the thing, what I don't get about any of it. We literally have more reports. How many more fucking UFO reports you need before you realize there's something going on? That's the shit that really kills me. But Lou is out there. He's like, hey, here's a quote from him. Let's see. On top of eyewitness testimonies from trained observers, we have data from sensors as another layer of information that is all corroborating the same information at the same time and place under the same circumstances. That is very compelling. Well, no shit. It is very compelling. But so was the abduction of Travis Walton. Was that not shit compelling to you? I don't get it. Phoenix Lights, that was fucking compelling. But I guess it's not enough, right? Because apparently only the folks that are behind the heavy equipment with the data collection devices like FLIR and all that other nonsense are the ones that can give us the compelling freaking sightings with zero fucking answers. It's just a terrible circle. It really is. It's horrific. Now, something that I didn't pick on before, I didn't get this from the report, but according to the report, there was 80 out of 144 of the sightings that they could only put into that 9-page nonsense that actually included multiple sensors that captured actual data, besides, eyeballs, besides gray matter of the folks that were observing this thing, which is fantastic. That makes a whole lot of sense. But not a lot of people are convinced. First of all, there's conspiracy theories, right? Theories that the real technology was the UAP, but not from 4.2 far, but something that the government was testing. Secret technology being tested on the armed forces. That's why they had the most advanced radar out there to see what this thing could do. And like I said on Monday, you could believe that, of course. You could buy it hook, line, and sinker if you want to. But shapes like the Tic Tac have been around for decades. It's not the first time that a ship like that has been described as being part of a UFO sighting or an incident. It's just the first time that every fucking piece of equipment that could be found in an F-18 Super Hornet was trained on it. That's the only difference. Elizondo continued to say that there's someone somewhere with some technology that can come in unimpeded anytime they want to at will and undetected over our sensitive facilities. And he says that's a problem. Well, it was a problem, but you quit. You left the post. You took the videos and you left. So maybe that's really, why is he worried about it? I don't understand. I mean, at this point, I'd give no fucks and continue on my journey of trying to figure out what the fuck UFOs are. Get yourself a History Channel special, right? Get yourself one of those and figure it out that way, because I feel like he's really trying to hold on to his security clearance and holding on to his experiences during the time he spent with ATIP. But yo, dude, it's time to let go. It's time to go in a different direction. If you know something more, then share it with us. Otherwise, find another way to answer this, because the government gives no fucks. Like, you listen. This is basically like going up to someone you know, asking them for help. Then you spit on their face and you run after you take all the money out their wallet, and then you want to come back and say, "Hey, we're cool. I'm trying to help you out." I don't see how this works, but it is government, right? And government, what they say, government and politics makes for strange bedfellows. So who knows what the hell, whose bed he's in? It could be, he could be all hugged up with Harry Reid, for all we know. The article continues on, and there's actually a quote here from Harry Reid, believe it or not. Harry Reid says that we have evidence of multiple sightings, but I think it's essential that we continue trying to find out what these things are. Well, Harry, you better talk to Marco Rubio. Like, I haven't seen anything. Like, I'm sure he saw the report and he was like, for fuck's sake, there goes my career. Especially since their report was like 11 or 14 pages. It was no better than what the hell we saw. I mean, it's just, it's laughable, to be honest. But there's emerging technology. Not one piece of emerging technology did I find within this article. I don't understand what it is. It's like the hit phrase, Like, a few years ago was culture. We got to protect the culture. The culture of your company and the culture of where you live. Well, now the hit phrase in this situation is emerging technologies. We need emerging technologies to figure out UFOs. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think everyone that's involved in this UAP report should offer themselves up to the UFO gods and get a good probing. Get it firsthand. And then you'll understand what the people are talking about. The blue-collar folks of the world. The common folks. Then you'll get your emerging technology up the bungalow. In the interim of the last few stories, news articles, if you will, we have a few folks in the live chat, which, one of them is Dark Horde Paranormal. I don't know what the hell is wrong. I drink rum and all of a sudden I've got accents and shit. The other one is Dre, of course. We know him. He loves Amazon. He loves Prime. And then we got Blue Chicken. Blue Chicken, who, at one point we idolized Blue Chicken. He was like a god in the chat. And then all of a sudden he disappeared. Well, yeah, a lot of gods do that, right? They let you to just hang out there to do your thing. Well, Blue Chicken stopped disappearing. That's all I'm saying. But if you want to know who these guys are, you have to join the podcast live on Spreaker.com Mondays and Wednesdays and, whatever other day I decided to do an episode. But for sure, Monday and Wednesday. Like I said, Monday is vodka, Wednesday is rum. So, don't show up without the right beverage in hand. That's all I'm saying. This next article is brought to you by NASA because they're the people who really care about you. That's why they're in space. NASA Mars helicopter Ingenuity soars through challenging 12th flight on the red planet. This is like amazing to me. And, you know, I've stopped talking about, you know, Perseverance, Percy, and Ingenuity altogether because it's a lost fucking hope. I'm beyond that. I'm past that. I'm on the next level. Freaking figure out fucking UFOs before you start sending these robots. Well, we spent a lot of money on robots, right? And I can say we because it's tax money. I can say we. You know, we've spent a lot of money on these things, and what do we get? What do we get? 12 fucking flights and a celebration. That's what we get. You know, it's funny because before they sent Percy up there and, you know, with the carrying its baby, Ingenuity, they were like, I don't think it's going to fly because we don't understand. We don't have an understanding of the atmosphere on Mars. So it might not even work. That's what they told us. You know, and right now, if you're up in Mars, you know, it's crazy. I mean, the fucking thing is flying like a Huey. Literally. That's what you hear on Mars. Fuck atmosphere. What are you talking about? There's so many satellites around Mars that they've had up there for how long? Decades, again. Decades of data coming from every fucking country. Like, it's not my fault some of those countries don't talk to you. But still, you've had plenty of data. You telling me you had no idea there was an atmosphere that could handle your RC helicopter? Apparently, there is. So, flight number 12, and they're pretty surprised about it, I guess. What an amazing thing. We spent millions of dollars to fly 12 times. So, that's great. The 12th flight actually happened on Monday, August the 16th. And the flight itself was actually about finding a path for Percy so that way they can decide which way to go. Fantastic. So basically what happens is that, you know, scientists, they'll sit back and they're trying to figure out which way should Percy go today? Well, I don't know. Can we get that chopper up? Shit, it made it again. And so now they have a path for where Percy should go. It's just freaking crazy, to be honest. I don't understand. I think they're the guys. Everyone should live the way NASA does. You know? You under-promise. I don't even think this rocket's going to take off. We paid $5 billion for it. You know, then the shit takes off. It invades a whole nother planet. The same fucking rocket transforms and kills all the native people. Then they overachieved, right? Then you're like, oh my God, NASA, you're fucking fantastic. That's what I think they do. You know, we should all do that. That's the best way to make it through life. You know, under promise, over deliver. So basically, the thing is up there, they're saying is a substantially risky, not only for Percy to be up there where it is right now, to navigate it because of the terrain is so crazy, but it's also bad for the chopper to find that direction for the dang rover. So that's where we're at right now. Scientists continue to move forward with Percy, trying to find the best routes through the crazy-ass madness of a terrain they dropped it in. I mean, I would love to take a few $1 billion and drop it for fuck's sake anywhere the hell I want to. But there you go. That's what they're here for. So old Ingenuity took about 10 color photos and some stereo images of the area in order to help scientists figure out where the hell Percy needs to go. So it worked. Fantastic. Now, here's a good stat for you. This is where money is fucking well spent. Can you tell? After the Wuhan story, breaking news, I'm just angry. The 11 flights of Ingenuity, it's only flown 1.4 miles. Okay, for those of you who like draconian math, 2.2 kilometers. I'm sure the guys in Egypt, you understand that. 19 minutes altogether. That's all it's flown. And according to NASA, flight number 12 actually went 1,500 feet or 450 meters in 169 seconds. How the fuck can you figure out your navigation in 169 seconds? I don't know. Could you figure how many seconds it took to get up and then get back down again? So who knows? But somehow it was enough data so that they can figure out where the hell Percy's going next. And you know, to be honest, as long as we have these this crazy thing about trying to figure out UFOs with the government and so forth, there really is no reason for me to even consider, you know, following the whole Mars mission. I'm just done with it. You know, I'll follow it again when Elon is ready to take off. I'll probably be dead by then, to be honest, because they keep pushing that date back. But it is what it is. If you want to read a little more about the lack of achievement from Percy and Ingenuity, it's Baby Chopper. You can click on the description for this podcast and read the article yourself. I'm not lying to you. It's right there. The honest truth. I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and get to the next track, because that's all I got to say about that, to be honest. So, bottoms up.
Don't need your pity, don't need anything from you. You made me someone I'm not. You made me realize what I got. Don't want your sympathy, your eyes so full of tears. I got my friends who got my back, so don't pretend you're all I have. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without you, I'm sure. Look at me now, I survived, so don't you worry about me. 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 Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm living it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm living it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Come get your clothes and all the stuff you left behind. Don't want it lying all around, don't want a thing here to remind me of your presence, cause I'm much better without. No need for memories at all, I'm done erasing you, my love. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without you, I'm sure. Look at me now, I survived, so don't you worry about me. Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm living it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm living it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This article is kind of right, kind of, I don't, you know, to follow Monday's articles, this article is in the right spot. Blue Origin lead lunar lander engineer jumps ship. Not only does he jump ship, he joins SpaceX. Man, you know, this is the problem with being kind of like a tyrant with a Napoleon complex, and you look like a turtle. people are going to leave your establishment. They're going to leave. There's a quote in here from someone on Reddit. Now, I can say this. I'll take the Reddit reports with a grain of salt because, of course, no one identifies themselves. Now, I understand they're not going to put on their employee number, social security number, date of birth, first and last name. I get it. But at the same time, they go in there anonymously. And one of the folks that in there that claims they work for Blue Origin says they will never get a real government contract after this. I was thinking the same damn thing. Like, you're pissing off the government by trying to sue them. You're 4.2 far fucked. You literally will have to pay to get your own damn lunar lander on the moon, and you're not even going to take astronauts. Maybe some cosmonauts. Maybe you could take some of them. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Bezos? You're too angry, man. To get back on your bipolar pills. Anyway, this guy's name is Nitin Arora. And he actually posted basically this. Friday, August 13th. Bad day for Blue Origin. That was my last day at Blue Origin. And he, of course, is the lead of the mission architecture and integration lead of Blue Origin's human landing system. But he wrote in the post, it was one hell of a ride working on the lunar program. Really honored that I got a chance to work and lead incredibly smart, passionate people over the last 3 years. But onward and upward. Now, the Reddit posts from these alleged folks who say that they are employees of Blue Origin, they kind of share this narrative that people are like just taken back by all the negative actions that the individual known as Jeff Bezos is taking against NASA and even our buddy Elon Musk. There's one employee here that will remain nameless on Reddit. I personally believe that the vast majority of the company's employees do not agree with the infographics and other PR stunts that the company's leadership has been pushing. And it really isn't. You know, you don't see Sir Richard Branson talking shit about the phallus, the little phallus, that Bezos has, right? Nobody talks about that. You don't see Richard Branson or Elon Musk talking shit about his phallus and how he likes putting little old ladies on top of it. Nobody's talking bad about him. As a matter of fact, he actually is the one who is really negative. Right before Sir Richard Branson and his Virgin Galactic situation went down, apparently Bezos was talking shit about him too. Because he got beat to the punch by a week to be and not be an astronaut. And then he gets all pissed off with Elon because he's got the bigger phallus. Not literally. I'm talking about the Starship and the booster, the Super Heavy. On top of that, it seems that these two guys, Sir Richard Branson and Elon Musk, they support each other. But there is a dark side to their relationship between Bezos and every fucking one. But especially Elon Musk, because they've got some bad blood when it comes to Rivian and Tesla to begin with. Lots of lawsuits for trademark infringement, trade secret stealing. So kind of like this guy, Nitin Arora, kind of like he did, some Tesla folks, when Rivian started getting a little popular, right, before they really got some shit together, some of the Tesla engineers defected. Let's just say defected because we're not fucking around. They defected. They took some secrets, they took it over to Rivian, and all of a sudden, we got these nice pickup trucks. So Tesla took offense to that, and they're suing about that. And actually, there's another company they're suing also that recruited some Tesla employees, and all of a sudden they've got these nice trucks too, these delivery cab type trucks. That's just the way it is. So I guess all of this kind of spilled over to the space race, and so old Baldy is mad as fuck. So now he's trying everything. And to be honest, it is very possible that his actions of suing NASA, talking shit about the GAO and everybody else involved in this decision, it will backfire. And Elon will stay on top. Now, I will say this, right? Because Elon, he's happy-go-lucky, and he's really trying everything in order to get his full phallus up into low orbit pretty quickly. I think if Elon fucks up, Baldy's going to be there. Bezos is going to be there in the wings, just waiting like a vulture. Just waiting to pick off the SpaceX bones and get his happy little team, or maybe not so happy team, up on the moon. So we'll see what happens. This is nuts. It's going to get crazier, and we'll see what decision comes down from this lawsuit, and really how NASA's going to take it. Because listen, they already gave them the evidence of how they picked it, the scores that they had between the three organizations that try to go into this program, the human landing system, and you lost. Just suck it up and move on. Stop being a little crybaby bitch about it. I mean, honestly, you have enough money to, fucking write a check and get yourself to the moon. I don't think anyone's going to be upset about that. Honestly, I would think him a real cowboy if he said fuck all of y'all and took his money and actually landed on the moon by himself instead of, suing everybody. It's just crazy. It's completely nuts. There's one more unidentified post here, and it says this, that many of the employees feel rather disgusted and embarrassed to be represented by the leadership of Blue Origin in this manner. So, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are genuinely space folks that love rocketeering. They love seeing and being part of this history-making process of having commercial enterprise team up with NASA to get people back to the moon and then to Mars. But to have all of this greedy nonsense happening, it's just crazy. So, I can believe that some of them do feel that way. Absolutely. One more article to go, and then we'll call it quits for tonight. I promise. By the way, the Dark Horde episode that's supposed to air on Saturday on YouTube with our favorite Witchy Poo, the Sagittarius Witch, who is going to do some tarot card readings and then some, won't be happening until a week after due to some scheduling conflicts. So it's going to be delayed by a week, just so that you know. So don't show up on YouTube looking for the Sagittarius Witch and the rest of the Asgardians if they show up, because it's not going to happen. So I will put out on social media the exact date and time, and it should be, and I hate to pull anything up while I'm speaking because it'll all break down. September the 28th, I believe it's September 28th at 9 p.m. We'll have the Sagittarius Witch, the tarot cards, and your future on YouTube. So if you really want to know, don't screw around. Don't wait till the last minute. Get on there. Reach out. As a matter of fact, you don't even got to be on. You don't have to show your mug. We can just hear your voice, or you can type it into our live chat on YouTube, and we'll get the info to her. You know, it's all about the aura, man. It's all about the aura. She'll be able to pull the cards for you, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes down in your future. Final episode news for tonight, and this one has to do with SpaceX and the Starlinks. Yes, thanks Elon for introducing that. So apparently, Starlink, according to this article from Space.com, so you know that shit's real. Space.com is reporting that Starlink satellites pretty soon will be responsible for 90% of close encounters between spacecraft in low Earth orbit. We're talking about near collisions. Like when that big-ass train of SpaceX satellites goes by, these other folks who have satellites, you know, who are out there just doing their thing, they literally have to adjust their shit on the fly to avoid the Starlink satellites. Okay? I mean, I'm not worried about it. Anybody else? Right now, 1,600 close passes, and these are passes within 0.6 miles, happen every week. Eventually, someone's going to lose a few satellites. I'll be honest with you. And it could be SpaceX, but the way they produce these things, they replace them in no time. Some of you in those, you know, like the guys who are like in the rainforest, you know, they're wearing the leaf and who are now enjoying Pornhub because of SpaceX, they might lose a signal if the wrong satellite blows up. But guaranteed that the next launch, they'll fix that for you. And you'll even get your Pornhub in 4K down in the jungles of South America. So fret not, they will take care of you. So apparently, one of the biggest problems they're having right now is, you've got the SpaceX up there, and they're not the only ones. There's also like OneWeb. They have their own satellite constellation up there. But the actual movement of these satellites is manual. So someone needs to be sitting somewhere, you know, waiting to hear that alert. You know? You know, these guys right now are like sitting around, you know, eating popcorn, scratching their nuts or their butts, and all of a sudden they get this alert and they don't know what to do. But they apparently have to act pretty quick because it's going to be really expensive for someone if they don't adjust their path of their satellites. Now, here's something fascinating for you guys, and I know you tell me I should do this on YouTube. However, if you look at the image for this particular episode, those dots, those white dots, are actually the abandoned satellites around our planet. Those aren't even the active ones. Those are allegedly the ones that are abandoned. So you take that, you add the possibility that maybe more than half of those dots are active, additional to what you see in the image. That's a whole lot of garbage out there. This is why so many countries are trying to figure out how the hell to clean up space, because there's too much debris. So when you launch a constellation like the Starlink, shit's about to happen. Stuff's about to go down. Now, there's a reporting that this particular individual from the University of Southampton in the UK, his name is Hugh Lewis, and he's actually the head of Astronautics Research Group, ARG. And he's the one that came up with this data, basically. So they're saying that, SpaceX is going to reach this number. So we have a total of 1,600 close passes, and this is a week. This is a week. But not all of those are, the Starlinks. But excluding, some of these encounters, Starlink satellites on their own, approaching other satellite operators, about 500 times a week right now at the current number of Starlinks that they are reaching these close collisions with these other folks. But at the rate that the Starlinks are growing, this 1,600 is going to skyrocket. There's even a statistic that says that 1 to 2 satellites actually crash or fall to the planet once a week. So a lot of these things you're saying, a lot of these things you're seeing in the sky are not necessarily, meteors. They may actually be satellites that are dropping from low orbit. 1 to 2 weekly. That's freaking bananas. Now Lewis, out in the UK, says that he's concerned that the influence of Elon Musk and Starlink is causing problems for safety in space and operations. He points out that the company itself just recently entered space as an operator and is particularly inexperienced to handle these type of situations. I get it. They used to dump satellites up there for other folks. They got money for the military, NASA and stuff like that, and maybe even some other countries. They threw them on the Falcon 9s and they took off. But now SpaceX has their own satellites, and they're doing some damage. But at the same time, I'm sure they didn't hire people right out of college with only 2 years experience. Come on, Hugh Lewis, stop fucking around. I'm sure they hired people with years, decades of experience in managing these satellites. So come on, that really is not cool. Basically he's trying to prove a point, and it sucks dirty balls. That's all I'm saying. Simon Hesser, he is the CEO and co-founder of this company in Colorado called Kaihen Space. He says, hey, listen, what Lewis is saying is absolutely true. The trend is horrific. And it says the problem is really getting out of control. What he goes on to say is the process that are currently in place are very manual, not scalable, and there is not enough information sharing between the parties that might be affected if a collision happens. Listen, this is all great. I get it. It is fantastic. But still, let's be honest about it. A lot of these things are happening because you have countries who don't want to share the path of their satellites. You have organizations that don't want to share where their satellites are going. And then you have governments. Governments or secret governments and secret satellites that no one even knows they're fucking up there to begin with. So come on. Let's be real about this. A funny story is that recently there was one satellite that ended up having a collision, and it turns out to be from China. Back in March of this year, earlier, it actually hit a piece of space debris, and down it came. Figures. Not Starlink, not anybody else with some serious technology know-how, had to be from China. Bringing down Wuhan flu number 2. You just can't write this stuff. But this is the way it goes. This is the way it goes. This is the end of the podcast. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to share, like, and do whatever the heck it is to get this thing through social media. And I appreciate you for listening. And hopefully, next week we'll have some crazy news, maybe some breaking news, something other than the Wuhan flu. Because, geez, we need some answers on ufology. Okay, we need to get them quick. Ciao.
I'm a selfish kind of person with a soul trying to fly. I aim to break the laws of nature and learn to love before I die. I was naked then, I'm naked now. And my nakedness is my sole account. I'm unfaithfulness, I'm a fucking clown. But I tried my best, yes I tried. Even less when they go deep. In almost every situation, it's hard to tell if I'm for real. I was naked then, I'm naked now. And my nakedness is my sole account. I'm unfaithfulness, I'm a fucking clown. But I tried my best, yes I tried. I tend to be a shitty listener and always force my own beliefs. So come and try and light upon my prison stand and help me quell this rivalry. I was naked then, I'm naked now. And my nakedness is my sole account. I'm unfaithfulness, I'm a fucking clown. But I tried my best, yes I tried. I'm a selfish kind of person with a soul that just won't die. Defying laws of Mother Nature. Help me see beyond the line.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to redefine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. this asshole. I don't give a fuck.